Hey runners, so a lot of us have negative symptoms on the lower half of our leg. We may have tight calves, tight soleus muscles, plantar fasciitis, shin splints, ankle issues, some knee issues, you name it. If it's happening down here on the bottom half of the leg, that means that those muscles and tendons are having to work a little extra hard. Now, rolling and stretching is really good for suppressing symptoms and easing the pain, but we have to address at some point why the bottom half of our leg is working hard. Well, of course, we're pushing off of our legs a little bit when we run, but one of the main issues of being a modern person is we are a seated culture. And being a seated culture means my hip flexors are too tight and my glutes are too weak. Now, what does that have anything to do with the bottom half of the legs? When our glutes are weak and we can't push forward through the hips in our running gait, then our posture can't elevate, which this actually makes us lighter on our feet. So as this gets too tight and we start to kind of become frumpy and forward loaded, our feet have to press off harder and harder and harder to keep us moving forward and falling down. Now, ideally, a very efficient running gait isn't pushing us up from the floor, resisting gravity, but moving our center of gravity forward. So when we drive through the hips in our running gait, we end up kicking back a little bit more and landing mid-foot. When we're reaching forward with our feet and our head and shoulders from this forward hip flexion, and we might heel strike, our legs obviously have to work harder, we roll off ball of foot harder, and our feet are spending more time on the ground. So we, over time, want to be able to extend the hips more and more in our running. That elevates the posture and makes us lighter. So now how do we do that? Well, obviously you have to work it into your form work a little bit, but there are some specific things we need to do to strengthen the glutes and re-lengthen and recapture this hip flexor functionality. I'm going to talk about what you can do specifically in our next video for the glute hip flexor system.